So I think we've made the point that events and opportunities like this wouldn't be possible without having sponsors, and one of our principal sponsors is Glad Africa. Now, Executive Chair Noel Mashaba shared his, how should I put it, exasperation last night about why in government it's not always the best qualified for the job that gets the job. And I think we had quite a bit of banter around this one, because I was like, well, why are you surprised? And of course, the Minister for Public Works and Infrastructure was there, and we were talking about, you know, where the hits and the misses were in cabinet. She wouldn't reveal. I think she said 80% shouldn't be in cabinet, but wouldn't give us names. I did try. Trust me, I did try. But you can't be surprised. And I think maybe it's apt at this point to quote a controversial politician, Henry Kissinger, who says, sadly, corrupt politicians make the other 10% look bad. So that's just par for the course in government. Please join me in welcoming Noel to the stage.
Outgoing SAPOA President, Mrs. Ipileng Mkari, our incoming President, Mr. David Green, SAPOA board members, CEO of SAPOA, Mr. Neil Gopal, Glad Africa Group CEO, Mr. Kulani Libisi, SAPOA delegates present today, industry players, service providers present here today. It's an honor and a privilege for me to stand before you and address you today. On the 26th of May 2016, Glad Africa Group entered into a sponsorship agreement with SAPOA. The agreement was for Glad Africa to be a principal sponsor for SAPOA's annual convention and property exhibition. The agreement was meant to endure for 3 years, which lapsed at the end of this conference. It has been 3 successful years. It has been 3 years of successful partnership. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the following past presidents that worked with us during the past 3 years. Nomzabo Hadebe, President of SAPOA 2017, Peter Levet, President of SAPOA for 2017-2018, and outgoing President, Mrs. Ipileng Mkari, President for 2018-2019. I would also like to thank SAPOA CEO, Mr. Neil Gopal, for all support and always been available for query or dispute that arose during the duration of this contract. I'm a firm believer in history. I believe history is too serious to be left only to historians. I live my life every day aware that decisions I make will be eventually recorded in history, and history will judge me. All of us that hold a position of responsibility create history or participate in history creation, whether intentional or not. When signing the agreement back in 2016, I was aware that whatever happened, successful or failure, will create a history. It is fulfilling to me today to stand before you in this convention and say that this has been a successful 3 years of partnership. It is fulfilling to me that the past 3 years will be spoken to as 3 successful years in the history of SAPOA. Credit must go to everybody that participated to make the 3 years successful. On the 16th of May 2019, SAPOA board approved the proposal from Glad Africa for principal sponsorship for the coming 3 years. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the board of SAPOA for showing confidence in what we have achieved and endorse another 3 years of partnership. We will come on board as Glad Africa to support the convention in the coming 3 years and create history together. I usually take December breaks quite early in December, usually at the beginning of December. Last year, I started my break very early in December, and part of it, I went to the University of Mpumalanga, one of Glad Africa's projects. The last time I was there before December last year was when the project has just started, and the biggest structure that was there was the contractor site office. I arrived unannounced, and both Glad Africa staff and the client were not expecting me there. Ladies and gentlemen, it was not at all intended to check anyone, but as part of my slowing down and to get a feel and understanding of what the business is doing and what the business has achieved on that year. I was very proud seeing the progress that has been made in the building of the university and what has been achieved. Glad Africa has been involved with this particular project from concept and have now delivered 5 different faculties that are currently in operation there. I was born in Mpumalanga, and I worked in Mpumalanga for 6 years. And that gives me a fair understanding of where the province is when it comes to development. Being given the responsibility to deliver the first university in the history of Mpumalanga was a dream come true for me. But going there last year and seeing students for the first time in Mpumalanga history have their own university was truly humbling to me. This is a 15-year project that is scheduled to complete in 2028. And when completed, is budgeted to cost 8.8 billion rands. On the 14th of January 2019, this year, Stellenbosch University handed over the site to the contractor for the construction of a biomedical research institute. The intention to create this building or research center is to optimize research and understanding the diseases that have the greatest impact on communities in South Africa and Africa, and to improve prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of illness such as TB and HIV. This is the first research center of its kind in Africa. The development of this important institution is scheduled to be completed in 2023, and when completed, it's budgeted to cost about 1.1 billion rands. Once again, Glad Africa has been given the responsibility to deliver this complex and important medical research center. When a special transport framework was approved by Parliament in 2008, a public transport infrastructure grant was created, known as a PTNG grant. The sole purpose of this grant was to improve public transport infrastructure systems in the main cities in South Africa. The very same city which is hosting us today for this convention tasked Glad Africa to deliver its first of the integrated rapid transit system known as BRT. Today, some of you coming to this convention may have enjoyed the BRT system that has been designed by Glad Africa. On the 20th of February 2017, the manager for Built Environment Partnership in the city of Cape Town, Mr. Francois van Niekerk, wrote a referral letter for Glad Africa. In his letter, he described the management coordination of the project as service of high standard and delivered on time. Today, the Cape Town bus rapid transit system is considered to be the best design in the country and generate the most revenues than any other in South Africa. This project was handed over to the client in 2015 and costed 5 billion rand to complete. Ladies and gentlemen, the above 3 projects are merely an example of what Glad Africa delivers to the built environment in South Africa. Currently, Glad Africa runs over 300 projects across South Africa. And if you need any information of these 3 projects or any of our project, you can go to our stand, which is at the entrance hall, and information is available there. I purposefully stated the size of these projects. The values may sound as too big figures for South African founded business. That's today, its only competitors are only international players and still 100% black owned. But we remain humble as Glad Africa to the trust that the built environment industry in Africa places in our hands. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not about the monetary value of these commissions. It's about giving the university to the deserving students in Mpumalanga. It's about delivering an important medical research facility and delivering a world-class system to the residents of Cape Town. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Board of Glad Africa for astute policy development, leadership, and management. I would like to convey my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to the professional team at Glad Africa that continues to produce great infrastructure design, that continues to implement complex projects successfully across the country. And I would like to say to all professionals at Glad Africa, we will continue to make history together. To over 100 of my clients that Glad Africa services across the continent, I remain grateful and proud to have delivered your infrastructure and in a small way contribute to you. We will continue to deliver your infrastructure. We will continue to give you quality services that you are accustomed to. It's not about me or the management of Glad Africa, but it's the responsibility to contribute to the market, to deliver infrastructure, to contribute to the South African economy. In the SAPOA conference held in Cape Town here in 2017, I was elected as SAPOA board member for a period of 2 years. I would like to convey my gratitude, appreciation for such an honor. The appointment lapsed at the end of this conference, and I've confirmed my availability to continue to serve SAPOA if re-elected, and I pledge my commitment to serve the industry when required to do so. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the SAPOA outgoing president, Mrs. Ipileng Mkari, for all the support and the work that she has done. I have witnessed her work, and thank you. I would like to thank the SAPOA CEO, Mr. Neil Gopal, for all the support, for all the work and what we've achieved together. I would like to thank the SAPOA board members and all the members of SAPOA. I would like to take this opportunity to wish the best to the incoming SAPOA president, Mr. David Green, and pledge to work and support him. I've got only one request for Mr. Green, and I've already stated it last night. Please do not change your hairstyle when you become president. I thank you.
We dream along the road to success, knowing that innovation needs a home, drawing inspiration from life. Collaboration is what fuels excellence. We know that to go further, you must go together, because wisdom is vision with experience. We prepare today because tomorrow belongs to us. Glad Africa, we engineer history.